we are back in game. Still in Eggton. Because I was taking, I think after the session we did, of the last driving amount of session, or whatever it was, no, it was the April Fool's one, I think. I took a few pictures relating to that, which led to the YouTube thumbnail and so on. Log on, you park near me. We're in the corner over there. Very nice. People are doing circles. Thank you, Jono. Voice is fine. We'll be moderating, yes. So I am here. And this is Gino here. I was parked here. I also took a random job at the time, just so I could park in one of these and take a nice photo. I took a photo of the people that had the pizza wheels and stuff like that. That was quite good. Hello, Furzio, big fan. Just turn that off for now, just in case we hear anything. This was nice. Yeah, the Easter egg event. A lot of people participated in that. It's quite a fun thing. For those, if it was your first one attending, for anyone that might have attended, it's your first one, it's quite a good idea. Who were playing as the moving eggs, the golden egg? Because it's various event team members and things like that. A few years back, I was a blue one. Because I think we were in sets of 2. So you had to get either one of them, something like that. 2 or 3 more weeks. TFM Heavy Goods Turkey. Oh. Or promos. Ah, those were the partner ones. Interesting. Oh yeah, because those are the people that are making that new bus. They're technically a partner, yes. Fair enough. You've used to seeing D-Bus for a while. Rowie, I see. Hello, Tex. Big fan. I'll call you Tex, because what letter does the X replace? TX, DIA. Could be A, could be E, could be I. Could be O. Parked as a fake Horley egg. That's naughty. It's naughty. Storm crashed a few times. I think Lime was doing it as well. I saw a brief of him driving around. He was swerving all over the road, trying not to tip over. The whole project was meh. The model was nice, in a way. For the quality it was in this game. Like, we're used to seeing only certain things being good. That was a non-truck model, and it looked pretty high quality for what it was. Sure, it maybe could have a few more features, a few more customizing. I believe in single player with the mod, you can actually customize the bit at the front, at the top. On TP, you couldn't do that.
Ow.
Disconnected, run around. Oh, man. Yeah, I think Oos and whoever else was saying that you go around and you capture all of them normally, and then the last one you need to get, because I think you needed to get all the normal ones and at least one of the special ones, you can never find it. Never find it, what a shame. Very nice points number there, Aaron. Very nice. I mean, I'm glad you're not out the zone yet. Those two might have fun though when they leave. 6 coloured eggs, 1 partnered egg. Fair enough. TFM egg. Oh. Of course, usually you're allowed to, as long as your tab is open, you don't have to be in photo mode or anything. You just take a screenshot with your game moving. I think some people can do that. We'll check out the CD Road in a moment. Hello, JVC. Big fan. Big fan. We can go to twos first. Everything loading in. Good. Just have to let it do that. Hello, Ismail. 13 bands, JVC. Why are you aiming for a higher number than that? How do you manage to accumulate so many? The idea is to not do that. Eh? How do you have so many? It's not good. That's not good. Wondered why you stopped. Sometimes they stop if someone is in front of them. The wrong way around. Not too bad. Blank plate. It's rare. Still made me have a look though. Hello, Killer. We're a big fan. That was close. For that one. We're actually not too bad. For now. We'll probably come back here later and have a look at everything. This is normal amount of people, 180 people. That's a good number. That's a normal number. Totally fine. Now, let's see. 7 years not banned. Good. Good. You're collecting them. You're not supposed to do that. There are fences. This is what I wish they would show up in the demos, because this looks ridiculous. What? How are you stuck? You can just go... No, you can't go around them. You can't do that. Next to 3 months, yes. But if you've been accumulating several, and you may already have a few previous active bans that are history ones, it'll be 3 months regardless. So... do you try and get them soon after the previous one has expired or something? There we go, they broke free. But is this... There needs to be context that we're missing out here, so... Mort. Did you squeeze past this one? Get out, what's wrong with you? Don't care, I was first, go away. See, when neither wants to move, it doesn't mean you're admitting defeat to it, does it? It just demonstrates you can see what they were doing. Kind of hit where this person is here, so they were both squeezed in the same lane there. Doesn't really work, not good. Hello, Shadow, welcome in. But we see them immediately there, so Calais has around about the same amount of people. What are the chances as well, eh? We go and look at Duisburg, and then first report, Calais. We have new AVs as well. This is your public one, I assume, a Volkswagen. And what's the patron one then? Golf, that's what I was thinking of, yeah. A simple, normal car. A Jaguar or Maybach. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so that one's... Yeah. I need 101. I'm just curious. I mean, Hamburg. Oh, one of these. Yeah, that's a Jaguar something. I don't know the model, but I recognize the shape and the design of it. Pretty nice. Okay, pretty nice. Because people vote on them, you see. So if anyone that was in the previous streams was talking about whatever the last AV was, which I've already forgotten, they reset. One of them was the Mustang. And I remember someone liked it. They wanted to get it. And I was saying, no, it's going to change soon. Too bad. Oh, the XF. XES. Bunch of letters, bunch of numbers. Why is there a gathering specifically here? Why is this just a busy... Is this the central place for the German players to go? A Jag. Because there's always a lot of people specifically here. Like, this industry leads into this parking space and so on. But the Germans like Dusseldorf? Yeah, Dusseldorf is another one. They're a decent distance away from each other. So I don't know if these people then head down towards CD or not. Dusseldorf, I understand. You like the Mustang? That's why you bought Patron? Well, it will probably be in the cycle. At least you have 2 vehicles to use. Meet up at Duisburg. Yeah. You know that rest area just beyond the bridge? Why not just go there, you know? Can we get a server in Africa to reduce lag? Unfortunately not. There are certain ones positioned around the world. I don't know if the Singapore server might help. Don't think there's a Middle East one. At least not anymore. If there was one. But yeah, you'd be quite far away from the middle of Western Europe, which is where the European ones are hosted. Sadly. Adverts. Shame. Hello, Mix. How's it going? Similar thing, glitched in the road. See, this is where the Tota Road thing would look good. If you say Tota Road quickly, I bet we're just going to call it the Toad feature. Should we call it Toad? But not like T-O-W-E-D. Just Toad, like the amphibian. No, we should call it that. Everyone bought one. Exactly. Australians, yeah. I think the Australians can use the Singapore one. That's why that's kind of the Eastern Asian area. Singapore's kind of in the middle of that, so I guess that covers that. Yeah, I want to see how the Toto Road will be fleshed out, but that's a good idea. It's a good idea. It has potential. Someone stops for you, then drive into you and say, wreck. Yeah, it's never their fault. It's your fault, of course. Next month, folk, that would be interesting. Still debating what exactly I'm going to do for that. What I've done is, in advance, we have birthday, and then 3 days later is the partner anniversary. I've moved the partner anniversary when the celebration will be to the same as the birthday. You might as well do them both together. Technically, the day is still there on the 10th, but that's over the weekend of May, not April, just in case anyone is unaware. Never any people on the Asian server? Unfortunately, yes. EU is the busiest, so we have people of all walks of life on the EU server. A lot of the Chinese play on the EU server, and they lag. But, you know. Can't have discount. Oh no. That was a little push, I think, with that one. In the way where a lot of people will be pushing out of there and they get a punishment for that. You pushed out. That's kind of a really small situation, yeah? It's a small situation. A new mouse and the new mouse pad. Wow. If you just saw that, you would kick for that, because it's a milder version of it. You know, like the person didn't get squished, they might have just had their front knocked. Something like that. An AT missile? I know the TOW from the battlefield. I know that. It's a plane. I think I can hear. How's it look in person? I have no idea, but the measurements, I think, because Astros was also talking about it. He pasted it. It's not perfectly square. It's a little bit rectangular, but it's not a mouse mat. The mouse pad is the small one. The mouse mat is like the full size where the keyboard goes on it as well. The XXL mouse pad. Mortars. Yes. That's how you get campers off the rooftops, yes. That's a good idea. Do you need a small one? Yeah, there's a small one. I think I wanted to do a larger one as well, but... yeah. Only tags? Greetings. Is that a spin on Only Fangs? With a G. With a G. It's a GTA thing. I think it's a GTA thing. Or just some sort of streamer thing. Is it from Rust? Is it GTA? Rust? One of those games? It was kind of a clan of some sort. Never really liked that. Rust is a weird game. I never really watched it. A desk pad? Well, yeah. That sounds boring, though. That sounds like the corporate version of what you would call it. But yes, technically, if you're mouse and keyboard, you don't want to call it a mouse and keyboard mat, because that sounds stupid. Why'd you follow them? Don't follow them. Maybe they're waiting for them to break for the overtake, then you can break for the overtake. What, Blandon? How you doing? PvP games? It kind of is one. It's one of those kind of survival PvP things. You're going to get all your items and then survive kind of thing. There was a cheater, unfortunately, yes, Kiram, someone mentioned earlier. It's probably the same people you might have seen in the previous weeks as well. They're still siphoning through their accounts that they use. It's a shame. Hello, Yorkshire, big fan. Life is alright. It's nice weather today. Good weather means good mood, yeah? Usually. I'm just waiting for them to go for it. Is it going to be the merge at the end? The report's nearly over. Oh, lag spike. Oh, lag spike. Oh, see, that's the desync. That's desync that caused that. The freeze is here because it's loading in the people at the intersection. Yeah. Nice. They likely thought they were further ahead because then when desync kicks in, you kind of appear to be further back. And then it ends there. They might have merged in at the end, but I can't assume. It's unfortunate when that happens. But they chose to do it in that exact corner point. Using mod menus? Well, no, because they hide their accounts. Obviously, they're just throwaway accounts. And even if they were to chat, the ones that chat and they show their name, by the time they've shown it, the account's already gone. So it's not like you can one-up them thinking like, oh, gotcha, you sneakily revealed your name. They know what they're doing. Is this the same too? Probably. Could be. It's me no band, Tim. Were you one of those two cars, Tim? I didn't for that, no. But be careful when overtaking like that. Saw that. Really, you're going to push? But then you see, you're making it worse for yourself if you push back. I know you have every right to occupy the space that you were in that the person is trying to take from you, but don't push back, because now you're both stuck. Saying that's kind of both the fault there. It's dodgy. And then this one slammed their brakes to try and slow down. Yeah, they conveniently cut out... No, they just show it so that people can see how funny it is when they just fly and make people fly around and so on. Like, hilarious compilation. To remove your bands? No, that's not how that works, no. No, some people try that. But no, that's not how that works. AV that can tow a caravan. Sometimes the spot is in the correct place. See, that's more of a naughty. Let's watch that one back. Corner of my eye, caught that one. That's different. You can see him already wanting to... How's it then? I didn't actually attend the Easter egg hunt, but apparently it was pretty good. If third place managed to find it, because someone posted it in the 69 channel we have, someone managed to find him in 69 minutes. How quick did first place find it? To confuse the enemy, you must first confuse yourself. Indeed. Wait for it. Okay, we're green. And of course, the person tries to take their lane back, you see, it's not a good idea. But now, see, you're pushing them away. Like, you see the wibble wobble? Like, this is silly. Stop wibbly wobbling like that. Yes, it is their fault. They started it. But what are we doing? Not that guy. Oh, hello, folk. I saw that. Of course, yeah, this person won in the end. It's very, very silly. Very, very silly. Do that. I just don't like the, you know, it would be both. It would be both. Because I don't get, you know, I don't get what you're, I mean, I do get it. But it's really annoying when they do that. Because no matter what, the other person's going to try and butt in anyway. Going to barge in front of you. So I don't see what's there now you're blocking because you just damaged yourself. Almost want to let them just soak that in. Just, you know, you did that. You did that. And then in their appeal, they're going to obviously blame the other one, but then they're going to complain about, why did I get abandoned in the first place? It is silly. The original one, started it, and it did more. I'm explaining it, Darius, I'm explaining it. Where are we seeing? This is outside Calais. Can I quickly make you blind for a moment? There's Skybox. Time 6. Anyway, you can make another account because you banned on your main. No, that's called evading, Dark. You can't do that. How about you let your ban finish? Right? Bit of space and you took it back. Even then, if there's a bit of space, when someone gets to the intersection and they haven't merged yet, there's a high chance that they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. Here's the glitchy texture again. Only on certain certain flatbeds. Some of them it doesn't do it, some of them it does. That was close. That was close. You're going to ban people, what's the point? That's not what that means, Darius. Which simulation? 1. Uno. Hello, Kayla, welcome in. Best way to report ban evasion? It would be nice if when people can report and it gets looked into. I remember when you could do that. Suddenly seemed easier to do that. Maybe they had a lot of false reports or false positives or something for checking accounts and so on. I don't know. Check your own trailer, they glitch. I have seen no, I've seen what appears to be someone has their own trailer, but it was one of the other different DLC ones and it didn't have that texture glitch. So I think some of them are at slightly different heights to others. Metal clip bands. Yeah, loads of players report with metal. If that's what you mean, yeah. I put these on metal as well. Save editing here. Zoom all the way in. Yeah, you got a lot going on. A lot of front bars. It is basically 2.0. Think of the follow over there, MND. I appreciate that. It looks the same, doesn't it? They use the same Amazon servers, so basically the same. In court, yeah, because I'm in the area. Metal is good, yes. Metal is one of the many that are very useful. Because you can record a full session or you can record clips. You can also set different games to record different qualities and lengths of clips. So if you have ETS clips, you might want to record 2 minutes. But if you're playing, I don't know, Counter-Strike, you may only want 30 seconds. Something like that. How was your weekend? Pretty nice. Most of it was sorting videos, but the time I spent actually outside, very nice as well. 24 years! OBS is nice, the replay buffer is good, but not many people would know how to set that up. I think Metal is nice because it does its own thing. Does that make sense? The videos are on Metal. It's not like OBS where it still clips and you have a video to sort out afterwards. Touching glass, I know, right? Shows your Discord status. You can turn that off. I forgot what it's called. The rich presence thing or something, what it is? The presence? Yeah, and everything you can turn off. I have all of it turned off. Simon, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. There's not... The editing, yeah, there's a lot going on there, but I don't think that's like bad. When you've got a few different things layered on top of each other, it's when something is majorly clipping and glitching out. Then possibly. Ooh, just over the lines? It's not too bad. The World Cup. Oh, Bosnia's in the World Cup for the first time in a while. Hello, Scotsman. Can you use Ghost Mode to pass through players? Technically you can, but that's not what it's made for. And if you do that too many times, that's reckless driving, and you can get banned for it. It's mentioned in the rule. Go road patrol? I'm not in the road patrol seating position, sadly. Can't do that. David, welcome in. Aaron. You add up all the different stream feeds you have. This one has just spawned in, and I think someone reported them for being on this side, but they haven't moved yet. It's still here. Oh, Turkey is up. Kept losing because you couldn't find one egg. Maybe you remember? Found all the eggs. You won. Apparently there was a Kachak and his group were sort of possibly feeding each other the information and helping each other out. They wouldn't be the first ones to do that. I remember we did that. We're going through reports, yes. That was a report, but I'm not going to do anything about it because they haven't moved yet, so. Thank you, David. Down here, I've also added the, see how many of the channel points it shows, if it adds up every form of channel point redeem when it switches over. Yeah, I remember doing it. Several years back, I remember I got 5th place in one of them, because I believe people were suggesting things. Money transfer? No, sadly not. Because that doesn't really work if people can just change their files and they can edit. They can give themselves Nice. They can give themselves $1 billion, and then they give that $1 billion to someone else. You just ruin the economy. If there was a locked economy that you couldn't somehow cheat, then possibly. Kicked yesterday. Still new to the game, you split up a convoy. Was it 4 you split up a convoy? Ah, did someone think you were trying to barge in somewhere? Could be. 3 billion now, exactly. So if you're going to give that 3 billion to someone else, you can just give yourself 3 billion more. This one we have to watch it all the way through because it was redeemed. The biddies one is going up. Little bit of biddies there. This thing has YouTube and Twitch support. It doesn't have the others yet. You can't save it if you have lots of money. So what? So every game ever, Killer? New cones. Whereabouts? No, there is one that's added. There's a donations. I should have added that for... I don't know if it counts memberships, though. As far as donations. I might say that. There is a donations one, though. You thought all of them were gone? If it was on a public server, there's technically no harm in joining a convoy if it's safely done. I think they're not too sure where they're going. Legit? Good. Yeah, if you have a legit profile, I think that'd be quite good. I remember years ago I wanted to start a new profile and it was truly from scratch. So on stream we were doing that kind of thing. I think if I was only doing driving and didn't do this kind of stuff, maybe once a week we'd have a new profile or something. They do DLC giveaways when DLCs come out. I do. That's when they do them. Yeah, they were waiting to merge. I mean, the only locking part was technically from here onwards, because this one was allowed to go, albeit a little bit close. And then this one ended up sitting here for about maybe 20 seconds. Do you imagine they were still there? Surely not. See, now it's empty. You could have gone now. See? Cones from here. This is fine, unless you mean these ones. So you have to be in the correct lane earlier, instead of being here and then suddenly cutting across. Yeah, these? Yeah. I see. Hello, Yash. Oh, well done. You said right now. Did someone hit you? Who hit you? What happened? What was that? Greets. Hello, Benny. Welcome in. I was going to call you Belgium. I read the word Belgium. Welcome in. You play at 480 by 240? Is that the only resolution you can play so the game doesn't completely die? That's interesting. Thank you for the follow, Benny. Life is good. We're doing well. What we're doing at the moment is looking through reports of people, seeing if they're worthy of punishment for the bad driving. Stops them from trying to merge back. I guess it forces you to use the outer lane first. Gets hit the rig band? Yeah, exactly. But I didn't see who hit them, though. I only saw them crash on the barrier. That's why I'm replaying it to double check. 1500 FPS. Well, how about you make the screen a little bit larger and then you can still do maybe 1000 or 500 FPS. Hey. Hey. What you doing? Oh, and then this. Ah. They need to update it because you see how the other ones are baked into the map, but these other ones are slightly different, so they're not here. First time chatter? Well, you were. Yes. You messaged for the first time. I see what it was. I see what it was. Bambi Wuggerman. Context on that one, it's a meme from years back. Silver used to reference the meme quite a lot. Desync is involved there, though. You know how I didn't ban the one earlier for desyncing? Because they did it on the laggy corner. This is slightly different, though. Because even if there were no desync, the distance between you and the fence when the cones would start is worryingly close. Didn't even touch him? Yes, he did. The server says yes. Not physically in terms of the model hitting the other model, but the server says yes, meaning that they are still too close. Thus, endangering them. Even if you merged very close in front of someone and somehow you didn't touch, and it was like so close, it's still dangerous because you merged too close in front of the person in front of you. It's a bad merge. You didn't give him enough space, whether there's a hit or not. The model doesn't physically have to hit the model for the person to be a bit too close, if that makes sense. If we include desync, that makes sense. They were too close. They could have gone around and then merged at the end, but they would have probably messed that up as well. Who knows? Oh, from Belgium? No, we've had a handful from Belgium in here before. Got people from all over the place in it. That was a... Coach static. These ones appear to be... We were just looking at these new ones that got added here. And they appear to have been added, but not added to the demos. So they don't appear in demos. Windows XP Halal Edition.
Hi.
Very nice. Can we knock them off? No, doesn't seem like it, because people have tried hitting them and it doesn't work. No, of course not. No. I assume they are the same model. Coconuts should be back to normal now, yes. Cali one, they should be. All of them should be added to the. If it's going to stay there, just add it to the reports for now so we can see it. Everyone would see it, yeah. The unfortunate ones I hate to see is when someone's driving totally fine and then they briefly move over in their lane and they just clip the barrier, and then oh my god, explosion! They just fly everywhere. Complete accident. Hey. Exactly like that. They hit the cone on their right. Right in the corner here, just like that. Unfortunate. What Scania? This is a Scania. Scania, that's a Mercedes DAF. A MAN. All kinds of different ones. 4K. Please don't push it up to 4K. You do not need 4K. That's ridiculous. Can you bring a modded truck? No, you cannot. Sadly not, no. If you have save edited your truck using stuff that's already in the game, then yes, potentially, providing it still meets the rule relating to that. How long have I played ETS2? Very long time, Daniel. Many, many years. Is this also desync related? Could be. The rule within save edits: don't have missing major components of your vehicle, so if you've got no lights on the front of your vehicle. If you have major things that clip into each other... What's up? Things that clip into each other, stuff like that. Certain trailer items that involves floating and various things like that. And then they start lagging here. Yeah, it's lag, yeah. I just wanted to see it, because in the distance I suddenly saw, like, oh my god, they went flying. I had to go and look back at it. Because I'm assuming the city starts loading from here? I thought they started loading later on. Extra lights is okay. Depends on how many and where they are. It'd be judged by visual preference, but you're not going to be banned if it looks terrible. I wish, but sadly not, no. Yeah, the green MND is nice. The platform looks clean to some degree because it is basically the same. It's like a slightly more polished version of Twitch. So, Server Sim 1. This is Sim 1. Afternoon, Wazza. I'm doing well. How are you doing? 1843, this is 1743 for me. We are in UTC +1 right now, which is annoying. Christina, I haven't been here in a while. Wow, we're all the way down here. Very nice. Again, to those that haven't checked it out, there's a very nice road here heading Pristina to Bielo. Worth checking out. Very nice. 1943, damn. Welcoming to all the new people I know, right? Feels weird after having so much time off, hey? You get paid for this. The team is a volunteer role. You volunteer to be part of the team. Country, this is Kosovo. You can see the dotted line around it. I believe this is the only one that's in Kosovo. The viewing session, we've had a few bands. We haven't looked at a lot of them, but we've had a few bands so far. What I want to know is... Oh, I see. Purely by your choice. Literally no need to do that. And then let me guess that they encounter someone else. There is someone nearby that I guess must have been following them, or maybe went the other way. How do you accidentally do that, though? How do you do that? Cat mods, like a cat for your passenger seat? There is a mod for that, but sadly you can't use it. Must have been them that saw them. There's a mod that adds you can have a dog as a passenger seat, you can have a woman on your passenger seat, you know? There's loads of things. But sadly they're mods, so you can't use them. That was a funny spawning of that trailer there. Pink? Pink. We are on TruckersMP, yes, we're on Simulation 1, which is the busiest server. It has 2 busy cities. Both of them are always full. This is one of them. Hello, Eddie. So, thoughts on Benelux revamp? I've seen a few of the preview images that they keep posting every few weeks or so. Looks good. Looks nice. License thing. He does, but if you want to use the mod he has, Sundays. Every Sunday the mods are free. You can use them. No, local mods can be used. CMW. Local mods can be used. As long as it doesn't somehow replace a core component of your vehicle. If they're hookup points where they're on top of a major normal component, then that seems fine. I am Ash, yes. As far as for what you're saying, on the chat widget, they are coloured based on the platform that you're talking on. For a while they were just random colours. Now you're allowed to say that you have multiple platforms. That kind of thing. In your chat. Twingo? No, we've got a Golf at the moment. This is just a Golf. I don't know what they're doing. They're going back and forth. Still on rework. What do you mean still on rework? The April Fool's thing shouldn't... It's still there. Internal interiors. They'd be local modded interiors, so you should be able to get those. Should be able to get those. Just checked. Really? So whoever wanted from another chat, if they're still there... Apparently, yes, they are. Now we turned around. I guess maybe you were waiting for your friend who's also a similar colour? Tomorrow morning? Maybe. I thought maybe they'd keep it for at least the weekend. Yeah, apparently it's still there. Caleb just said it is. We're not using this lane. Come on now, you're in a car. You've no need to rush. Come on. Smash into a Golf for 250 in Sim 1. No. How would you be reaching 250? How would you be reaching 250? To then wipe out a car. The irony would be that the car would probably survive and you wouldn't. Because that's just how physics works in this game. A bit weird. Oh, until the 6th of April. Oh. Probably the end of today then, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of effort that goes into it. So if you haven't checked it out and you want your last chance to check it out, the busy area on Pro Mods still has the April Fool's prank. Which is very interesting, worth checking out. It's also in my new video if you want to check that out as well. Hashtag ad. I am a TMP mod. You're looking at what TMP mods do in-game. Yes. As in welcoming King, Dest, Spendy, Daniel, Serg, Capul. And time. Shameless promo. I'm just watching this traffic down here where the heavy trailer is blocking most of the intersection. My guy, what are you doing? You're in the way, though. Don't move forward if you can't ensure that you're actually going to, you know, clear the gap. Don't do it. Let them go first. Just, it makes more sense to let them go first. Because this space has to be free. Now you can move forward, providing both of you merge. And you're both able to fit in that gap. They may not be able to. Oh, one of them has a double, so no, that's not possible, no. No yellow box. No, but it would make sense to keep it clear. Because you can't just block a turning lane for someone else. Yellow box would make sense, but I'm pretty sure yellow box is mostly a thing that we have. Nitro? You used Nitro? Joy of creation. I might have, Stampy. Where's it from? Certain things in your truck that we can't get. Team-wise, none that I can think of. Generally, there's a bunch of TMP accessories. I don't think we have any specific... Well, yeah, other than Wee-Woos, but that's specific to a Scania model. So yes, there's a police skin for the Scania. There are some blue lights. That's about it. Where's the traffic? Duisburg. Duisburg in Germany. He's not fully blocking the merging lane. He is kind of blocking the merging lane. If a person were to sit here and try and merge, at least they'd clear the intersection slightly. I might move them. Because kind of. If they were really tucked in the corner, even then you have no need to be parked there. Or maybe on the side, the sidewalk, the footpath. Honk hands for not blocking. Probably because the person doesn't know. Possible to have graphic mods. The only ones that would work would be Reshade, which works in any game ever, and the Snowy Moon lighting thingy, which they are more like post-process mods rather than a full graphics mod. In real life, their problem then. Their loss. Someone's been blocking Calais for 10 minutes. How about have they been doing that? Are they stuck on the fences outside it? That's not a good place to be. Don't park there, please. Hello, Juice. Welcome in. Nice badge. Yeah, did anyone see the launch? The Artemis 2? Did you see that? I got the badge. It actually launched after I'd been to bed, but you still have to watch the stream to get the badge, so... 3 months, Mr. Pastor. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Yes. I saw the replays of it, of course. It was lovely. I do have it, yes, but the stream had started long before I went to bed. I didn't actually see the launch. But I had the stream open, got the badge, then closed the stream. It went very well. People were comparing the quality of the cameras to SpaceX's stuff, how SpaceX is just purely visual and aesthetic, which is why they have nice looking cameras. NASA has old tech, but it works. Hey, it launched. Pretty good. Shooting back to Earth, they should be. At the moment, I think they're, as of today or so, I think they're near the moon, aren't they? They've reached the halfway point. Right? They should be about halfway by now. Are you stuck against the bench? You're stuck against something. You can follow the little route. They're doing that kind of stretched figure of 8 movement. So round the back of the moon, the furthest away, and then back. Ninx, welcome in. Is that how you say that? Like links, but ninx. Hope you're doing well. The flyby. Good luck to them. Hope they take some nice pictures of the dark side of the moon, eh? Spooky. Hello, bastard. Welcome in. City Road. This is the city road. It's busy. It's always busy. Double trailer is stuck. There's an invisible barrier. In Calais. So the moon is flat? No. The weird thing that I think a lot of them have agreed towards is that everything else isn't flat. It's just Earth that's flat. Don't know how, but they have ways of explaining that, apparently. Let's go back. In Duisburg. I'm gonna swap between the two. No, there was an invisible thing in the corner, but apparently it was fixed, wasn't it? Or something? Because I remember Oos pointed that out ages ago. He spotted that a while back. That was sometime last year or year before. I know what you mean. I remember what you mean now, yes. There's a weird hidden hitbox on that corner. So like a donut. No, it's obviously... Yeah, it's hollow. Yeah, in the middle. Yeah. We all live on the outside of it. That's why it spins. Any hackers? Not today, no. But apparently people have been seeing that there are some, so it's the same people that go through different accounts. Trying to prove the Earth is flat. Oh, I've seen loads of them. They try and prove it. They prove everything else. What they don't also believe in is gravity. They say it's something else. It's like buoyancy, density, all of which are related to gravity anyway. They just don't admit that gravity's the thing for some reason. Because gravity is the reason why it's a ball. I don't know why they think like that. It gets views. If you have a strange viewpoint and you stick with it, you know, goes to show that everyone can have an audience. GG's for those people that can have an audience. Very pink. Good job. Good job. Okay. Kelly's fine. Traffic not good. Traffic is always not good in Duisburg. I was just there. Yeah, they can now claim everything is AI. They can see the launch stuff is AI. The amount of stuff I've seen been posted on Twitter as well. Thank Lord for the community notes feature, because people can flag it out and be like, you know. The supposed first pictures from the Artemis mission turns out to not be from Artemis. Some of them are from, they're either just pure AI or they're from missions from last year. But thankfully people can double check. Because people will believe anything. Where is this? Because this looks really nice. Ah, of course. We've been on this road a handful of times. Didn't crash? It briefly did. Or rather, we lost 200 frames. Are we good? Are we back? We lost 200 frames. That was it. Yeah, any Instagram comment section? Instagram comments are quite bad. TikTok comments are quite bad as well. The slightest thing that someone is unsure of now, they say it's AI. That's what we've gotten to. In the same way that whenever someone sees an edited picture, they say like, oh, it's Photoshop. Like the composite photos of Earth from NASA are composites. They have been edited together. But then people see that and they think, yeah, I knew it was fake. It's fake. It's photoshopped. It's fake. Yeah, they've pieced bits together because it takes a photo, stitches it together, and it makes an even larger photo, which is why it's really high quality. They bumped because they got too close. Why are you still so close? That's 110% your fault. How close did they merge back? Sketchy on this road, bit sketchy. Bit sketchy. It's close, but you see they adapted to that somewhat well. They adapted to that somewhat well. And then for some reason, the other one is speeding up. If it's downhill, use your brakes more. The moment it started going downhill more, they just didn't preemptively slow down. Why not? Brake. Bit of brake there. No brake. Nothing. No brake. But that was on you for the crash. That was on you. So, a little bit close because they have a double trailer, but you know. Encodes the ID into the picture if it generates it. It's not. People have tried to make other tools which ironically use AI to detect if an image is already AI, that kind of thing. Which is how we have AI detection software. just needs to be more used. People have wanted to have a kind of similar to that, where there's something embedded in the image which you can't remove, which shows that it's AI regardless. That would be nice. Because a lot of people, they post things, they're either too dumb to know it's AI, or they post it knowing it's AI and then claiming it isn't. And people fall for it. So, you got a new DLC. It's very nice. Been driving in it for the past few months. Still not done. I have one achievement left for Nordic, which is the viewpoints. So for tomorrow's drive, when we go around driving, I will try and get some of those. You know where they're driving? North of Norway. It's the road heading up from... No, sorry, it's Sweden. North of Sweden, going around the lake thing that's in between, before you go down to Ivalo. It's in the Nordic DLC. Longer than 3? No. No, the most you can have is 3. But you're not allowed to have 3 long trailers. It has to be 2 short ones and a long one. Good job. People have downloaded mods, which have 3, but you can't do that. Why 1 week ban? Because that's a standard length that I use. It's a pretty decent length of time. Can you get banned for crashing into another due to someone lagging? Technically, no. If they were completely lagging and stuttering, like if you saw a couple of reports back, someone was entering the Duisburg area and they just, like this, they sort of froze and then the other one went into them and then they lagged back. That's not their fault. It's this. Using AI-generated images. I've seen a lot of VTC artworks, which are the kind of cartoony design. You got the picture and then you got text going around the picture, that kind of thing. I think they use AI for the design of it. Just to show again. They slowed down because... No, they weren't really slowing down. They're just keeping their distance. What's wrong with that? And you just smushed in front like that, huh? How do you write a report? You can do a report on the website, or you can... It's a sub-emote, I think. Pasta. No, I thought we had one. I don't know. There's a website one, and there's the in-game report here. In-game one's timeout. After a while. Huh? Web ones don't. That guy, think of the roses. 4 teachers got an AI photos of them. Yes, unfortunately, AI edit, the manipulation stuff is... Whoa. That one's got fog lights. Is this another hacker? Probably is. Fog lights, at the moment, are an indication of cheaters, because they seem to be the only ones that are using them. Which is probably why they're doing that. Now we wait, because one of them goes absolutely flying. Someone goes flying. There. What a surprise! Probably already banned. Hang on. Is this our friend here? Oh yeah, it's our friend, yeah. They're using the program. Yeah. They're probably already banned for this. But then the one behind them... Were they doing anything too? Probably not. And he's tried yonking my videos for his compilations as well. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, no good. Don't do that. Yeah, by the time you see them, there's a chance they've already been banned and they've already, like, they'll probably delete their account or something to try and disguise them. It would not a full DMCA, but there's a thing in YouTube system where you can, like, link their video and then you yes, I'll reset that, and then you show where it appears in yours, And then you can be like, request takedown. How we drive 190? Cheating. Cheating is how you do that. Cheating. AKA not allowed. Don't do that. The report itself is 70, that one. It's just going to be more of it that they're probably going to yoink. Just scrolling? No worries, I appreciate that. We're doing well, we're doing well. Let's see what this other one does. There's a group of them, I guess. They always travel in groups, it's like a herd, you know? Okay, they didn't do anything in this report. Of course. Money cheats are allowed, yes, but you don't do those on TMP anyway. You do those in single player first. They went that speed because they were cheating, chat. Cheating. AKA, you cannot legitimately reach that speed. You can on the arcade server if you're on a really good road, straight road, and you have a really powerful engine in your truck, you might be able to reach that. But on the CD road, no. These ones, are these, because they're driving a little bit goofy, are these the friends? This is just an assumption, I have no idea. See? It's how he kind of flexes it, because it's the same sort of vehicle. Yeah. There's nothing in that one. Ban me? Why ban you? Huh? What have you done? Samuel, welcome in. Ollie, welcome in. Ryan, thank you for the follow. Don't yell at me to ban you. Why would I do that? Yeah, money cheats, XP cheats, like where you do a job and you get like 10,000 XP, that's a single player thing. You can't do that, TP.
Ow.
Closest, I think, is where you can kind of edit your text document, which has everything related to your save on it, and then if you reload your save, you might have more money, something like that. Yeah, kind of. It's not the kind of active, like, give myself more money something. Do I work for TMP? I do, but it's not work for if it's volunteer. The team is a volunteer thing. Level 5,000? Why? How much money do you have as well? A couple trillion? Quadrillion? Bajillion million? Or use a tool, exactly. But again, if you give yourself so much money, it's entirely up to you. I'm not going to be like, oh, your fun is not fun, that kind of thing again. You can give yourself as much money as you want because it only affects you. But it is a waste of time. Because you have ruined the game's economy for yourself. Goal is 1 trillion. Yeah, the GTA players that cheat to get a certain level, I think even as of now, since the game has been out for 13 years, you cannot still legitimately reach 8,000. So, yeah, you can have 2 profiles if you want. Sleep while standing? Yes, Nox, of course. Of course. Yeah, one is legit, one is for team, but that's fine. Like, if you have a profile that you only use on the CD road and it has a bajillion million to cover all the fees, totally fine. Totally fine. Where's the reckless in that? They didn't change lane, though. Ignore the trailer flick whenever I rewind it. No, don't worry about it. Is it because they were a bit too slow? Possibly. A save that has €1 and 1 XP. Humble beginnings. Alex, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. How you doing? Self-report. Usually I look around. If the suspect isn't doing anything, it could be someone else doing it. That's why you double check. How many times? Every time. But because you ask it in the TikTok chat, I can't view your chat history. 3 days. If you count like that, time won't fly by. Won't fly by. The length of the first 3 are up to the mod, yes. Then after that, if a person has 4 bans in 12 months, it goes up to 1 month. And then 3 months. And then it will stay at 3 months. For a while. I don't know how people can really plan ahead to get back to back through 3-month bans, because 3 months is a long time. Do you mark your calendar or something when your account gets unbanned? Maybe they use another account, who knows. This one. There's cones here as well, the cones that I think these need to be added to the map. These ones, they don't show in the demos either. I think they should. Busy, busy, very green. Someone else is here, kicking people. Nothing like being stuck in Duisburg for 30 minutes. Just another day, eh? Sounds like lovely. Heaven. What's your name? Nox. If it's Nox, with or without a K, that's a cool name. Imagine that was your first name. Damn. Eden, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Where have you just come from? I think this isn't cheating. Chat, there's a difference. Okay, there's a difference, right. They've just spawned in, which means I'm assuming someone has seen them zoom past. Because when you're loading into the server, you can go at whatever speed, and then when you log into the server, the speed limiter kicks in. So they would go down, hopefully, eventually, to 110. Not. Ban everyone for 10 seconds. No. And now, am I then going to remove all those bans from their history so it wouldn't count? Because that's not fair. Why would I do that? It's just a waste of my time. No. Why is Slipwell standing? You want up? All these weird questions, I'm just going to go, you want up? Why not? Why can't I do that? What's the problem with that? This is an edited DAF. Lots of stuff on that. Not bad with the wheels, though. You're scared? Why? What's going on? What's the problem? Hori will? The Hori is fine at 1800. It's okay. Pass the center DM. He says Pepe Love. You can block him if you want. Block him if you want. One profile has 5k levels, one's legit and one's level 245. And a bankrupt account with 64 million debt. How do you reach 64 million debt? How do you do that? You do know that the game sells your vehicles when you get a certain amount in debt, right? So you should have no vehicles on their profile to try and cover the costs. Which server? Simulation 1. Very nice weather. Very nice, Joe. Spring has truly started. A week or two ago, I know it barely just started in spring, but it was colder. And now today has been, fabulous. Lovely clear skies. Sun, but not too warm. Lovely. Love it. Can report mods use the police car skin? No, I don't think so. It's only GMs that can. RM is just behind that. Don't go 110 in this area. That's not a good idea. Good job. Good job. Hello, Alast. Welcome in. How you doing? That was close. You were lucky that there was a stutter there. You were very lucky there was a stutter, but you changed lane dangerously. Dangerously. This kind of stuff is when you see it, you also kick for it, because you just see someone being very silly. Like, you didn't harm anyone else, because the other one had slowed down because of their merge. Like, they realized that their merge, that there was someone next to them, and they went whoa, whoa, and they panicked and slowed down. So luckily you didn't hit that one's trailer either. Don't do that though, don't do that. Are they still around? They're probably miles into Calais, but they're the city road by now. No idea where they might be. If they were trying to merge in again, that would be funny. That would be rather amusing. No, they're not any of these. It's a pimped out DAF. So no, it's not any. If you use a speed hack to accelerate faster than 110, you'd be banned, Raz, because it's a cheat. Why would you need to go faster than 110? This is a truck game. It's not a racing game. Trucks in the real world can't even go 110 by law. Imagine you could not disable the speed limiter in the game no matter what you did. People would be very annoyed by that. They'd probably be more incentivized to cheat. If there was just somehow some sort of hard-coded method. You know. I think if in the bot channel, I think you do plus VC or something. I don't know what it is. I need to pin. If there's a message or something that we can type that explains what all of them are, then... Any tip to gain more money? Do some good jobs. Take some good jobs for if you have skill points unlocked. Make sure they meet the skill points. Don't crash on that job. Don't go CD Road. You won't earn money on CD Road. You can accelerate faster. That's fine. With a good engine. They said they wanted to go... Oh, to 110? No, don't use a cheat for that. No. No, just get a good engine, and if you don't have a very heavy trailer behind you, you should still be able to accelerate decently well. Which one? You can have a money mod if you just want to immediately wipe out the debt, or just any good job on your job list. Any good job. Hello, guys. If I look at mine right now and I check my freight market after it tells me, well, my wheel is not plugged in, that feature needs to be toggleable. I know my wheel is not plugged in.
Ow.
Longest job I have is quite a long one, 150k. You said you had 200k in debt? Problem is, it's from Spain all the way up to Norway there, so you maybe not want to do that one. That's got high value cargo, that's got fragile cargo and ADR. You see, if they meet all those little bonus skill point thingies on them, that's what gives you more money afterwards. Because sometimes the distance may not even be that long, but you have a lot of bonuses on top of that. So if you look for a fuel tanker trailer, that should give you some decent money. Just a series of good jobs. Blocking? No, they're not. Unless you mean their trailer is blocking. Oh, their trailer is blocking. Ah. Of course. Good service. Think of that. In my video where I explained about how you can bind the key to push and hold T instead, someone suggested that there was a... You should rename it to... teleport to them or something. Or teleport them and then teleport their trailer, something like that, so it matches the TT and TTT thing. So like the camera to them, camera to their trailer. See, yeah, it kind of works. Or to truck to the trailer. You know, yeah, kind of works. NASA streaming. NASA always stream, at least on their YouTube stream, they have a non-stop YouTube stream. But on Twitch, it's only for specific events. You get paid. Gabriel, this is a volunteer role. You volunteer to be on the team. Any of the team. The entire project is a volunteer project. If it were paid, we'd have a lot of team members and they'd be on a lot of the time, because I'd be at work right now. Teleport 2, exactly. Or teleport to trailer. But you could also just say, like, you know, to truck to the trailer. I don't know. Because otherwise they would both be TTT. Working at the moment? Yeah, I'm streaming at the moment. That's the work part. It just happens to work hand in hand. I'd be doing 2 jobs if TMP was also a job. That would be very good, wouldn't it? That'd be very good. What I want to do is put the camera here because I want a BRB. After 100. We'll get a massive paycheck. Sadly, not from the TMP Lords. No, you have to volunteer to do it. That's why I have kind people that support instead. And you know, they're nice about it. You. What are you screaming about? Will you just cut off and you just decide to just swear at the person instead? Yeah. Good idea. Great idea. Fine, I'll look at this one first. Already trying to cut them off. Oh, it's because they appear later on. Well, those are 2 very common swear phrases. I don't like that the servers request to reconnect to the chat. I don't like that. Stop doing that. There they are. Nice. So now for this, the person is going to go out of their way and just absolutely ruin that car. Planning the bank robbery? Yes, of course. No, ETS2 is not out on PlayStation yet. Not out on Xbox yet. No. They're still actively working on it. Sparks did a stream where he was discussing with the devs. It was the first time they've been on someone else's stream instead of the other way around. And they were explaining that it is being worked on. It is being worked on. Got a very dedicated team that work on it all the time. There we go. So you see they pushed out of the way. And then the car goes ahead and tries to do it again. So now you'd both get it then. Because you're both being very, very silly. But the car doesn't do it as much, you know? This truck is probably a friend of the one in front. I don't know their involvement. But it is not necessary. This is similar to the one previously. Now they could. Where one person tries to do something in revenge and they just go way beyond what they need to. It's just not necessary. 270 mil? Vaccines can be good. Medical vaccines is one of the highest paying, yes. I guess they are a friend because they're reversing. It's not ended yet. I think this person is a friend. That's silly. Can you imagine? One person merges in front of you, admittedly they shouldn't, and then you just really complain about it. It's kind of the same for these two, and then the other one gets the kind of the blocking one. Because they started all the way back here. They slid through there. I think if they managed to make that a bit cleaner, they may not have affected this person. Hello Falco, big fan. Pizza, enjoy pizza. Or every time Killer posts food pictures, they're good. I need that sound effect. I don't use the soundboard on my Go XLR much. I should. Haven't changed the length of that. And then we've got the one in front, which is just a backup, because from here you can see that they are technically blocking now. And reversing, which shows the intent to interfere with this person. Good job. Don't do that. So number one, don't try and time your merge and cut in front of someone else, obviously. Number two, if someone does do that to you, don't do the response that you just saw, because that is very stupid as well. Both are bad. Both are silly. Someone else is here and someone else is looking at it. Pizza as well. Oh, it could be this admin. But I don't know who that is. That's what it means. Right, I'm going to put the camera there. It'll still be blurry anyway, but it's fine. We'll go do this work in a moment. I will BRB. What I miss? How we doing? Oh, that car just loaded in a weird spot. Talk about it. Hubbard, welcome in. I appreciate the follow. Welcome, welcome. Go Duisburg. Yes, hold on. Prime driver? What, this one? No. This one? Yes. But I don't know who that is. Do you have problems installed in your mods folder, access to promo servers, or just all DLC? Both. If you have a friendly place, single player convoy mode, but sometimes doesn't play enough to bother playing the donation cost for all the maps of pro mods. It's, you need to have pro mods. Are they cheating to do that? You need to have pro mods to be able to access the pro mod server. In order to make pro mods work, you need the map DLC. So technically, yes, you need both. Have you got fog lights? You do, yeah. Oh, I know what they're doing then. You're doing that because it's on stream. They're on stream, basically. So they're respawning here because they're on stream. It's another one of those accounts. That's what they're doing. It's a custom TP one. Something like that. Should have spectated them, really. So close, we're close. We're close. And what was that, eh? What was that? Very few very few people in a certain area. That would be nice. Yeah, they can make a save anywhere they want, and then you just load that save. Easy. Are you now going to turn around? Now you're going to go all the way this way and turn around. This is fine to do if you do it safely. This is fine. It's fine. Ban for loading an auto in the middle of the road when someone crashes into you. As long as you use the ghost mode to go to the side of the road afterwards. That's what ghost mode is meant to be for. You get about 20-30 seconds of ghost mode. Just pull over from the middle of the road if you can. And then resume driving. Some people, though, unfortunately, it takes so long for their game to load in that they use up all the ghost mode time. Technically, you should have yielded because you're in the yielding lane. You see, you're supposed to yield to the car, right? The car with one purple wheel. For whatever reason. But then they just decided to squish you, so. So it's both. But it's caused by you. Because you didn't yield at the, you're eating a bunny? Dog, what? 10-year ban. I'm not even going to call that it caused a collision, but the other one technically caused a collision by driving into them. This one enabled the collision because they went through the yield thing that they were supposed to yield for. Does that make sense? You know, that kind of thing? That one? Yeah, every time I look and see who it is, of course, it shows their plate, so. I think this person was in the Discord once. They had the audacity to donate to me as well, thinking that would be fine. It's kind of both. In this instance, it's one more than the other. Nice. That's when you try and squeeze in the last second. Yeah, that one. Needs to be eaten as long as it's made of chocolate. How long do bans last? They can stay active for a year. They don't delete after a while. Then they can go inactive after a bit of time. In front of you? Congratulations. Brakes, man, use your brakes. Yeah, he's got a TP thing. I'm assuming it's a feature of the malware filled software. He's probably got a bunch of different things on it where you can just TP someone. You two are squeezing past. They're cutting each other off. Don't do that, come on then. A chocolate one. Maybe. Don't say maybe. Don't say maybe. That doesn't sound good. Don't do that. You want to join the VTC and have more bans than they allow? Can you after a year? Yes, I guess so. As long as the bans are not applicable anymore. Some of them may say that you're not allowed any bans at all. Or like more than 3 bans regardless of the length of time. So you may not be able to join if you had bans back in the Europort days, which were ages ago. Ban due to history. If you still have active bans and they are history bans, they can still add up. Even if you only have 2 bans, for example. They can still add up. You can get banned permanently, yes. If you do very, very naughty things, Chevin. Which you shouldn't, but you can. Why is it so empty here now? Where's everyone gone? Very green. Is someone blocking them getting out of Calais? Someone said someone was blocking in Duisburg. Someone says blocking in Calais, that kind of thing. Such as cheating, ban evading. You can technically get the perm in quotes, which is for save editing, where it's only perm until you change the item in question. That sort of thing. Like, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't, you know? Why are you both over the line? You're both itching to get going, eh? Why are we doing that? Do you miss anything? No, you didn't miss anything. You're doing that in front to get my attention on stream. Like, I know you're doing that. I know you're doing that. You try and yonk it for my video, I'll take your video down, so don't do that. I have the ability to perm ban, yes. But it's only given for very specific things. Can I remove your ban? No. No. Not by you just asking me. Have I issued one before? I issued them every now and then, yes. If a cheater comes through, then yeah. But you don't see, there was a time where you could see the length of ban of someone in the chat of what they got. Like, so-and-so was banned for permanent, and you're like, oh my god. But now you just see that someone got banned and you don't see anything. Like, that was it. What happened with the CD road? It will be turned into a highway. It will turn into a motorway. So potentially 2 or 3 lanes either side. Why there's so many hackers is because they get a bunch of compromised accounts from Steam sales or from a marketplace that has very discounted keys, so they're not paying much. And then they use some sketchy software that they made which changes a bunch of parameters of the game. And then there you go. All for content. Content! Loading all your saves? Uh-huh. How many saves do you have right in front of you? What a coincidence that you were also using a particular car on the plate with than I've seen before. After I banned you earlier. The many, I see that. If they were all saves in various places. Are they various starting locations, perhaps? They could be. No, it's not forbidden to use that with a plate. No, that's not what I said. But I know you like to show off with it. You can get banned for save edits, but then you're supposed to change whatever you were banned for having edited, if that makes sense. That wasn't their fault, not really. The person squished you in changing lane. Nearly cut them off, and then they merged in front. Blah, 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 you know. Will be your proof. Not the stationary loading, all of it. where you had loaded the save directly here, because that's where my camera was looking, driving off, load the save again, driving off, do the save line again, over here, then you loaded it this side, then that side, then this side, and so on, because my camera was there. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. But yes, it does go into the bill. Stick to the bill. It's very hard to catch when someone's doing that. It's usually done because it would be too obvious if you loaded the save on top of the pylon thing with the signs on it. If you put yourself on there, then that's too obvious, you know. Too obvious. That's easy. What's being typed anywhere on the map? Only in wherever my cam is. If I go somewhere else, people will load in there. For me. If I saw everything everywhere at once, my chat would be unreadable, really, because you've got chat everywhere. What kind of edit to get you banned? Some missing items, some duplicated items, trailers that are a no, because they don't connect properly, things like that. You know. 2 times in 15 minutes. Oh no, and how's that happened? See, the fact that you've got the cat in the name as well, you're making it very easy. How old are you? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why'd you act like that? Do you not have stuff to do? You know, I'm giving you attention. For fun, for money. I'm not going to ask any more questions. No, I'm giving you attention. Multiple saves. Saves? Yeah, you can make saves anywhere, legitimately, yes. What they were doing is not saves. If you have, for example, some people do this. At the end of the CD road, you can have a save in Calais, you can have a save in Duisburg, you load your save, so you can start either way, that kind of thing. That's totally fine. Oh, you already did, I know. Yeah, you can give the bogey, yes. Yeah, that's the annoying part of them. Like, it's very easy to do that. It's very easy to fall into their trap of doing that. Yeah. It's very easy. Now, we haven't one-upped them, though, because all he's going to do is just load another account and then either get on my stream again or get on someone else's video, because he builds a collection of them. This is only at the very end, though. The very end. The very end of it, which they would probably be kicked for because you're just blocking the intersection anyway, like the 2 we saw before. This. Please move along. In 5 days, they're ignoring your report. Depends on how many reports are in the system. If there's quite a lot in the system, it will take a while for it to be looked at. There we go. Good job. Again, just because it's green doesn't mean you just immediately go through the lights without any space on the other side. I suppose if you don't, someone else next to you will. That's probably why they do that. So, demand is high. There we go. At least you can see what the estimated level is. Weird turning around. We do web reports, but you're not going to see me doing web reports on stream. That would be very funny, but no. That would be rather amusing. Is this the patron vehicle? No, it was the Jaguar. So who's in this one then? Is this a team? Someone got banned, so possibly. Might be a team vehicle. Undercover. People put rec banned. Hubbard, it means recorded and banned. It's when someone does something wrong to you and you say rec banned and then their number. It doesn't really do anything. It's just them to tell the other person that they have recorded them for something. And that they're going to report them to hopefully get them banned. For whatever it is. They'll try. Web report stream tomorrow? Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That engine is loud. Behind is very loud. Be late tomorrow. Spend time outside. That's fine. That's totally fine. Hello, Tav. Welcome in. Yeah, they're throwaway accounts, guess. It's fine. It's not a loss. You're forced to. with friends, right? You have friends, right? I have seen those, Tav, yes. People like to tag me in those videos. Which is useless. Can't say no, we have to hang out with the friends then. They're friends, right? Otherwise they wouldn't be your friends if you're forced to hang out with them. Don't worry about us. How's it possible? Don't watch the videos because you're giving them attention. That's probably what they claim the money is for, but you have to get a certain length on your video and you don't get much on, at least on TikTok. Or they have people donating for a premium version of the cheat, which is a bold life choice. Go ahead off thing if you join in dark, no worries. Appreciate it, big fan. One of the admins alts, right. Why would that be the case? VRT, welcome. Hansa, welcome in. Adriana, welcome in. Just gonna cut in here. Very good, very good. But that's the kick version, though. It's just a little, you know. Didn't cut the other one off. It's just, you know, it's different. Passengers retries, just trying to overtake on the motorway. Are you getting banned for getting payback? Did they claim that they recorded you after that? Well, if you're admitting to getting payback, that's not a good idea. Don't do that. Even if they did something first. And it sounds, you know, Truckers of Europe 3, yes, that's what we're playing, yes. I've never played that game. Super Duper Empty. Not many people are on there, MND, no. No, it's for money on there. Have some fun. The questionable fun, yeah. The hot topic of having fun. The same one we saw earlier with a lot of... I think this is the same one. That one, I think, has a few less items on it. Few fewer? There's a difference between less and fewer, and I forgot the exact difference. One of them refers to items you can count, one of them refers to an approximate amount of something that you can't count. So like the 10 items or fewer. But if that truck has less things on it, I think that's the difference. Right? Something like that. English. I don't know it. Whoa. Okay. Okay. And then now they're in line. They might try it again. Remember that. Remember that. I launch. It'd be funny if they still went in front. That'd be an even better launch. Double whomp. Have to wait for those follows to come in. Money! Now you're giving me money. 10 points. 10 points. Money! Oh, and then he tips over up ahead. Why is this one reported for that then? For the laggy bit?
Ow.
Probably for the laggy bit. Money! This. And then the bit at the end. Seymour, welcome in. Hello, Felix.
Ow.
$55. That's a long time. And then we skip to the bit at the end. Welcome back. How was your Easter? Huh? How you doing? Watching this while driving, please pay attention to your driving. Look at your screen. Slow down. A bit more slow down, and then we tip. Well. Good job. Hola, report mod. He went to bitch. He did go bitch. It's bored. Well, where are you driving right now? On TV. He go sleep. And now my message won't, if they reply to me, I won't see it. So let me just load in the report. Because when I'm in a report for some reason, the chat messages appear from where my physical vehicle is. Oh, there you are. Hello, Draco. Big fan. And then when I'm in real time, it's wherever the camera is. I don't quite get why it's like that, but I've just gotten used to it being like that. Through it. Over the line is a wave. So you've got the head of the person and then them waving with their arm up. That's basically what that is. That's what that means. Sometimes they have two lines. It doesn't mean you have two arms on one side, but... 07, yeah, 07 is the saluting arm. It's a common wave. And then you have a line on either side, the person's just very happy. And they have both arms up in the air. Lol, you can't go that way, can you? It's only this way. Waiting to turn? Ah, I see. Yeah, you'd be waiting a while for that. How did you mess that pin up? Maybe just to try and keep a good bit of distance. Strong arm. What, the two lines become the outline of your arm? They could be, they could be. Lock in? Yeah, I mean, you're kind of causing a bit of a queue here, but you know, that's an accident, right? We've all done that and appeared at the wrong gate before. Exactly. We've all done that, it's, you know. But why is there such a... Who's this? Why is there a lot going on here? Hello, MM, welcome in. Not being watched by me, no. That's the one that someone said, can you put something on your vehicle? Don't you kick him for that? Because they messed it up. I don't know what the 073 is. It's relating to a particular code number, department number, something like that. We don't have departments for the admin police truck. They're all 073. The markings. The number on the roof, I mean. A police livery, yes, it's only for Scanias. It's for GMs to use. That's what it's for. Call signs or names when they talk over the radio. Ah. But who decided that number? Why not 069? It would just be funny, why not? Is it fair to be banned if you collided because the one in front had a huge frame drop? There was a report from that earlier. Actually, no, I reported it back to look at it. If the person in front of you just freezes because they've completely lagged and you hit them, that's not your fault and it's not their fault. But there can be some variations in that. If you're simply describing the situation, it could vary. Is it 073? 073. From a chopper. Yeah, that'd be very easy to see that. Bridges. Check out the... Oh, the video hasn't been updated yet. Guys, can you do that? The video showed TMP's one, which had a goofy car. People could put food wheels on their vehicles. And in the Pro Mods one... Why would you do that? The Pro Mods one was the Kirkners, where they turned it into a... what looks like a roller coaster, but it's just a bunch of highways. If you swerve to avoid hitting him, happens to be someone, we'd see that, I think. We'd be able to see that. I've seen that kind of situation happen a lot of times. But it will depend on the situation. Depends on who's looking at it. When they were moving. Well, apparently it was, someone mentioned it was until the 6th, which is today, so I'd assume the end of today then. Is it because you're both going the same speed? Is it because they briefly went to their left and you thought they'd be changing lane, so you suddenly changed lane as well? That was very sharp. You know, that's a lot. That's tough. If it doesn't show the frame drop, you can only see the drop. Video from whose perspective? It'd be very interesting if you could see someone... I've seen it before, where if it's on, say for example, if I was streaming and I visibly dropped frames, and then the person behind me bumped into me, you could see the accident. Hey, thank you for that, Gage. Big fan. Big parking area. Just you or ghost players become a big thing on TMP? It could be connection-wise as to why they're appearing and disappearing. That is if they're not cheating to do it. But your friend didn't see them. If there's a difference between you and your friend and you're both in the same place, that I don't know. That I don't know. That's very strange. Does your friend have a worse connection than you? Because there's a chance where someone spawns in and they might just lag out immediately. If you spawn into a busy place, there's a high chance your computer won't like it. So, it could be part of it. Applications open for staff. For some roles, yes. For this role, no. Not yet. When it is, I will tell you. Because a lot of people want to know. Collisions? With what? Why would you leave your trailer there? With who? They didn't hit anyone. Not even a little bump? 2 days. Hello, Gamertag. And they're still there. That's how bad it was. Didn't even see it. It's terrible. Destroyed the vehicle. Can't see the person. No, I vaporized them. They're just gone. Oh yeah, there we go. Someone has the Killer mentioned it, I think. Or someone mentioned it. The Golf has a caravan on it. Some AVs it doesn't work, some it does. And the one in front has a pig. The one pig. Why are we doing that now with pigs? Why not with the cow one? Could we not do that with cows? I thought people's obsession was with cows. Remember back in the day where the only livestock was the cow? Didn't even have a pig, I think. No, there's no sheep. And you can't carry horses either, because a horse box is usually pulled by a car, unless you're carrying a lot of them. Maybe sheep aren't transported that way. Sheep, I think, are transported in a smaller one. If you played Farm Sim and you've transported sheep, they're in a kind of... It has a mesh over the top, and it's like half the height of a normal trailer. That's where sheep go in. I don't see why you can have a double-decker one in the same way of cars have it. The cows have it. Maybe one day, I don't know. Chickens, yeah, why not? They'd probably be in those very tight cages though, the kind of battery chickens. Unfortunately, where they stick out the side. This is Simulator 1, Programmer 1. Sim 1. Well, what caused you so long? It took you so long to turn. Oh, it's because you went despite the person. He went past you, but by that time he was in front of you. Does that make sense? If he then ends up being in front, you may as well just, you know, because going for it doesn't help. And then this one went in front. Hats with a long stick? I have no idea. But if it's a local mod, we wouldn't see it. Unless one of them is real and the others are local mods. That would be interesting. I'm working. Almost. Hold on a minute. Brace yourselves. Calm down. Because you did it twice. 2 times in the same situation. 2 times. And on Sim 2 in a convoy, you're ashamed it was not on CD. No, you should be lucky it was not on CD. Because that's way too easy to get banned for. Why'd you get banned in the convoy? Pig trailer. You see more people with pigs outside of the trailer than inside the trailer. Why does no one just use the standard livestock trailer? There's a few different versions now. Use it. Gosh. Two more. Possibly two more. Pigs outside fun, pigs inside no fun. Yes, yeah, fair enough, yeah, okay. Giving them a nice breath of fresh air, maybe a bit too much fresh air. If they're being hurled along at 110 and they're not strapped down, by the way. What was on that vehicle? Oh, it's the paint. From a distance, I thought, what on earth sort of broken save edit is that? No, it's the paint. Never mind. My name is Smurf, just blood splattered everywhere. Has anyone tried doing that? You know how there's a skull paint job with a bunch of flames and such in it, and people have changed the colour of that? There is also one which looks like it's a kind of chocolate splodge at the front. Could you turn that red? Maybe not on TMP, but... When's the next Red Ops? Not sure, Ethan. Not sure. Sometime this year, hopefully. It's one a year at this point. Would be nice. Maybe over the summer? Because it takes them months to plan. So, it's quite a while. And then I believe you only really get told about it a week before. You get told of the area where it's taking place. That kind of stuff. Good job. Good job. Why'd you do that, huh? Why'd you do that? Start, goddammit. Convoy. When they say convoy, they don't mean a convoy session, like, because you can't do one MP in the other. That doesn't make sense. But you can join other people for driving. That kind of convoy. If that's what you mean. 10 points. We're not rating them for good stuff, Matthew. They're not good, are they? They're not good. It's one I saw before. Alright, one more then. One more. No, Felix, we're not dreaming of that. We're not doing that. Good start. Good start. Hello, Vinny. How's it going? There's a pimped out car in front there. Just playing around. What's the total score so far for this stream? Because one of the previous ones you gave 25 points, I think. It was pretty good. Pretty good. And now you've got to tally them all up. I like the side eye, man. I've been using that quite a bit in Ashley's chat as well. When someone says something questionable and you don't want to stare, the stare emote, you also don't want to do the look up emote. You don't want to, you just side eye them and just, You know, can't speak for itself. It's such a good emote. We need that as an official emote. Official emoji. It's so good. Nice. That's my soul leaving me there. My spirit. Back image. I'm pretty sure we have a look up, don't we? Can people be banned if they lag? Purely lagging? No. There we go. We hit it. Chat. According to my time, you're 15 seconds late. Seconds late. Would you not have? In the stream chat, in the Discord? No. I guess I use it from other places. Been removed, but why? Why would it be? That's weird. Clock's not working right. Well, no, apparently I start streaming late. I start streaming like 30 seconds late. How can my PC be out of sync by like 30 seconds? It syncs to like time. It's just time. Time is time. Exactly on 2 hours. I see. I see. Well, you also got to add that up because, of course, there's a tiny bit of a stream delay. So, you know. Anyway, right. Beginning in the beginning. Oh, okay. That. Well, yeah, maybe not. They didn't expect the person to swerve out, but good save though. Good save. Remember the other yellow one. 7-4. 7374. That was just made, Ramsel. That was just made. In the beginning. I don't know the rest of that speech. It was like he was reading out something. What is the rest of that speech? And then, just in case there was something there, this is a not good, not good. Then there's more. Some people, by the way, they justify an overtake just because the lines would permit overtaking, but then the oncoming traffic doesn't. There's context, you know. Anyway, today there's a yes. If a person, there's a yes. If a friend stays on, then yes. I can think of one. Of the handful of people that I follow and I'm aware of that are good raid potentials. Not too bad. Not too bad for the last one. Not too bad. Cool. Favorite streamer? No, they're not good. I don't like them. No. Did I say escort vehicle? Something vehicle? Escort vehicle. He's the GOAT. The GOAT. The GOAT. Nice.